Hanson. They're the hottest new band in the land. Everybody's crushing on Hanson. Three totally fine brothers, Isaac 16, Kaylor 14, and Zachariah 11, who are tearing up the music scene with their high energy, boppin' sound. Writing, singing, and playing original power pop. Hanson hit #1 with Bop, but that's just the beginning. There's lots more where that came from, all on their smash album, Middle of Nowhere. But who are Ike Taylor and Zachariah Hanson, really? How do they get from 0 to #1 in a heartbeat? What's the secret to no one knows? What are they really like, and how can fans really reach them? Get all the info on the teen scene's new stars, Hanson.
All right, Satan. Well, you want to start with the preamble now?
All right, here's the front of the book. Let us pray. They arrived in an bop. It's all here. Learn what their lives were like growing up in Oklahoma and traveling the world. How they were influenced by their parents' music, how they paid their dues, performing at birthday parties, school assemblies, state fairs, and music festivals, even performing in the parking lots of clubs they were too young to get into. Find out what life behind the scenes is like at concerts and on the road. Do they get along? Where do they get their inspiration? How do they write their songs? Where and how can you meet them? Who's the perfect Hanson for you? Get all the info on the teen scene's newest stars, Hanson.
Fuck, dude. I forgot about that part. Who's the perfect Hanson for you?
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird. Why would she put that in a book? It's about kids. It's so weird.
Speaking of things that we did not ask for as children, the Hansons.
The Hansons, we didn't
were
ask.
a thing. We didn't ask for them when we were kids, but we got a whole bunch. And what we have for you...
And you know what the Hansons didn't ask for?
What's that?
For Jill Matthews to write a biography about them. Because this shit is unauthorized, son.
Unauthorized. And we want to find out why. Actually, we're pretty sure because of the introduction, we know exactly why it's unauthorized.
She is very much sexually interested in these young children.
Satan reading the introduction.
It was hard to understand, but the TLDR is this lady sexualizes young boys.
And if you listen really closely, there are a couple of lines that do shine through when Satan reads it, and it's perfect. Like it's like Satan should be reading those lines.
So we're gonna do this a page an episode.
We said we would, and we're men of our word.
And it's cross-platform. If you're gonna get on Twitch, it's gonna be one when we're doing this show, and then if I can get on Twitch for the watch along, we're gonna do another. So you get 2 pages a week.
What are we calling this?
I mean, the title of the book says it all. Bop to the top.
We're just calling this. This is our segment. Bop to the top.
Yeah. I mean.
We can go and clip these. Like I said, we can go and clip these and just make an audio book. That's what I can't wait for. Satan doing the intro and then us just reading the
book. So let's get into it here. Chapter 1, Beginnings. We're just gonna read this half a page, which I want to give it to Jill Matthews. She uses a heart instead of saying the word love in here. Way ahead of her time. Awesome. Way ahead of her time.
Dude. Into emojis.
Yeah.
Before, like she saw emojis coming.
She saw them coming. Just like, I'm not gonna say
it. They're children still in the context of this book, CJ.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The grin on Taylor Hanson's flushed face stretched from ear to ear. He couldn't hear a word anyone was saying, let alone what he or his brothers were about to sing, but he didn't care. The deafening screams of joy coming from the sea of rapturous faces. It seems like a big word to.
How would she know what they're feeling? Like she's
been to every show, dude.
It's unauthorized. She's like
a Hanson deadhead, you know. She sells she sells grilled cheeses in the parking lots and shit.
Making t-shirts from Jesus.
All right, where am I at here? The deafening screams of joy coming from the sea of rapturous faces around him told him all he needed to know. The homemade banners, I Heart Hanson's, and Hanson's Rule were icing on the cake. What a rush! Standing at the microphone, tambourine in hand, what a talentless hack, he took a deep breath and glanced
17. He's like 15 or some shit. Talentless hack. TJ.
all right. I lost myself again here. Standing at the microphone, tambourine in hand, he took a deep breath and glanced at his brothers on either side of him. Ike, guitar strapped on, and Zach, castanets in each hand, were clearly feeling what he was feeling. This was their moment, a moment they worked long and hard for, but had never anticipated would quite come this soon. As the trio launched into Bop, the screams got louder, and try as he might, oh man, it leaves in the middle of a sentence. We gotta go to the next page. Taylor,
No, on Twitch. On Twitch, we will be in the
all
next
right,
page.
yeah, exactly. All right, Taylor still couldn't stop, and that's where it ends.
And that's where it goes.
Whenever you're ready.
This one, whatever was going on page 1, you're gonna have to go into the depths and find, because we are literally ending with the last 3 letters of a word on this new page.
Nice.
Ing.
Okay.
Every girl in the place who wasn't screaming was singing and bopping along. They seemed to know every word by heart. Later, Tay would joke, "It was nuts. I couldn't hear myself. It was the worst performance we ever played."
Didn't they say that, like, fuck man, it's so since this is out of order, it's hard, but like, weren't they playing covers early on? Like a lot of covers early on?
I think that this
So, like,
is
wouldn't
I think this is foreshadowing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wouldn't the kids already have known the words? Well, okay.
Yeah. I think this is foreshadowing. All right.
So do
Musically,
we.
maybe. In every other way, it was one of the best, for that was the scene at Paramus Park Mall in New Jersey. It was just after Bop, so they're playing at the mall.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is the foreshadowing
Okay.
from before. Okay, they're at the mall. Like, yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta
was
remember.
just
Do you remember the late '90s when like a larger act was coming up, like a pop act, and like the big show for them, like prior to like touring the country, was playing the Mall of America. Like
Yeah.
performing at the Mall of America was like this huge
Yeah.
fucking thing in the late '90s. It's so crazy. What happened to that? Do we not do performances at Mall of America anymore? Because I know a couple comics.
I don't know. There's a comedy club in the Mall of America. I
was
know
gonna say,
that.
there's a couple comics that like they're like, oh, I'm headlining Mall of America this weekend, and it's like almost a joke that like it's not really that much of a crazy thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't even know how prosperous the Mall of America even is anymore.
Right.
Looking at other malls.
Right, like all the other malls are shutting down. But it has a roller coaster though.
Okay.
So I mean, like, there's other things going on there than shopping.
Do they have a dispensary?
Is
Probably
it
not. It's
legal in
Minnesota, right?
Yeah, is it
I don't
legal
know.
up there? If
Maybe
anybody
medically.
from Minnesota, let us know.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Musically, maybe in every other way, it was one of the best, for that was the scene at Paramount Park. Oh, I read this part already. All right. All right. It was just after Bop had been released before Middle of Nowhere had even come out. Originally, Hanson was supposed to sing the 2 songs and field a question and answer session for the fans they hoped would show up. So this is post Boomerang.
Yeah, no, this is like, I mean, we posted the picture of the cover of Boomerang. If you guys haven't seen it, go and check out our Discord. It's in there. It's a great album cover. I can't wait to make our Manson reboot of it.
Gonna be good. Where are we at here? Hanson was supposed to sing. They did the Q&A. They figured that maybe a few hundred kids would come. After all, they weren't really that well known yet. They figured wrong. Wrong kid, Dad.
Wrong kid. I think you made that joke before.
Possibly. It was estimated that upwards of 6,000 over-the-top Hanson fans clogged the
Holy
entire
shit.
mall.
That's awesome. 6,000? I mean, to really think about it, though, that's like small potatoes in consideration to like what they would be doing only months later.
I mean, this had to be the moment where it clicked, where they're like, "We're getting that fuck bus."
We're getting the fuck bus for sure. You know what's funny though? We bring that up, and it's since this is going to be released out of order in the supercut. Everybody's gonna be like, "Fuck bus, what?"
Fuck bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
we're
you'll see
foreshadowing too. Yeah,
you'll
just like
see it
old
later.
cocksucking Joe Matthews.
That was a joke we didn't come up with till page 9.
I know. Yeah, no, now we're just foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Where am I at here? Several thousand Hanson fans clogged the entire mall. Several thousand showed up 8 hours early just to get a good spot near the band. That's a whole shift.
That's crazy. Oh, you know what though? If you would have told me in 95 or 96, if you would have asked me in 96, 97, whatever, like, "Hey, do you want to go to Mall of America and see Hanson?" I'd be like, "Fucking let's show up early so we can get close to the stage." That was me.
I mean, we're gonna do it. You're gonna do it right.
Right. My parents got me this book when I
Now,
was
as
a
an
kid.
adult, I'm like, I don't really care about the opening act. Oh, I'll be there smoking cigarettes outside.
Everybody will leave in between the opener and the main, so you can just rush the stage prior to the headliner.
How you do it, or you
Easy
just catch
peasy,
the
lemon
pit in.
squeezy. Or you go upstairs and you just watch from the balcony because sometimes it's a nicer show that way. You can sit down. It's chill. I'm in my 30s. I don't fucking
I don't know. Sometimes, dude. Rarely you could sit down. You got to get to Reggie's real early to sit down.
yeah.
But I find that for some reason my back hurts less if I do the pit all night.
You know what? I've been thinking about that. Like you saying that, and I totally do get it. I get it. Because I think it's just the moving around, right? Like you're not like compacting your spine by like just standing there looking
Yeah,
up
you're
the whole
stretching
time.
every
You're,
now and
moving
then. Someone
around,
else holding you up.
right, and as long as like you don't really go too hard, like a mosh might be just some light cardio. You know?
Yeah.
So
It was by far the hugest, most delirious, enthusiastic crowd Hanson had ever encountered. Wow, that was a descriptive sentence.
it's a lot of descriptors, not a lot of substance.
Hanson had ever encountered. Here we go. The band never even got to the interview. The fan frenzy was just too fevered and overwhelming. For the first time in their lives, the boys actually needed a phalanx of bodyguards. Phalanx of bodyguards. Yeah, I remember getting tripped up on that one before.
But also though, like phalanx, that's a like a Greek war term. Like they're like were they literally being attacked by children? That's insane.
I mean, dude, you know how
Good point. Yeah.
they rip the clothes right off you and shit.
Well, because like prior to the internet, you didn't have like contact with celebrities. Your only contact with celebrities was literal physical contact, more or less. So I guess yeah. I mean, at that time, probably everybody was losing their shit.
A phalanx of bodyguards to spirit them in and out of the mall safely. That first time marked the official beginning of Hanson Mania. Oh yeah, brother.
Dude, wouldn't it have been awesome if they just did a wrestling? Like they were just like, yeah, we're a triple tag team, whatever.
I mean, that was the time where celebrities were getting into wrestling.
I mean, the celebrities in wrestling always have kind of been there.
I feel like things got wild. We had like Jim McMahon and Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Trump.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't it funny that he did crazier things after going on WWE? Like he did just infinitely crazier things after like going from businessman to professional wrestler protagonist or antagonist.
In a lot of ways, he's an impressive individual.
Okay. If we're just talking about accomplishment and ability to entertain, absolutely.
Yeah.
But if we're
As an entertainer, he's a hell of an entertainer.
He's a hell of an entertainer. Not entertaining to like the
horrible human being.
Horrible human being. Everything he does, terrible, awful. Should drag him behind a car if you get a chance. But it's funny as shit. Like it's still funny though. It's still funny sometimes.
All right, what do we got here? The last little sentence. The first time the boys realized what a long way they'd come from their own beginning.
Dude, what he did with the fucking minion last Halloween when he put the candy bar on the minion's head and then the little girl ended up like getting like 3 candy bars out of the whole situation. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
That was a really fun. There's a kid in like a blow up minion costume at like the presidential Halloween thing.
Okay.
And the kid in the minion costume comes walking up, and instead of putting the candy in the bag, he puts the candy on top of the thing's head. And then Melania does the same thing, and the fucking the candy bars just fall off. But there's this little girl standing right behind him who just totally nabs both of them as they're falling off of his head. And
Fuck yeah.
I know. I was like, dude, no other president does that. No other nobody else does that in that situation. This man is a fucking.
Well, no other
showman.
president has truly had an appreciation for candy like Donald Trump.
That's true too. No other American is so entertaining that they actually think that buying cheeseburgers for national championship winning football teams is like the best idea instead of hiring professional chefs. That's amazing. Like you're hilarious. You're just God, that's so fucking funny, dude. He's stupid and he sucks and he should be hung by his feet and beaten with sticks in the street by children. But god damn it, that's funny. Who trying to cuddle? We're always trying to cuddle here, chef. All right, let's finish this page, CJ. We got to get through it. I'm sorry.
Oh, we finished it.
Oh, we did. Cool. Hell yeah. On my way. Hell yeah. You know what I realized, CJ? On multiple occasions in the past on our streams, I've definitely had my mail sitting behind me. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, watch out for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the VODs with my mail behind me are gone now because it's been a while. I noticed this a long time ago. It's the reason I bring it up now. Because, damn
Always do a quick scan.
Yeah, you're like, okay, my address isn't written anywhere. Cool. Although, I mean, I ran for office, though, so, like, my shit's all public record anyway. If somebody really wanted to find me...
neither of us would be that hard to look up. We use our names.
Yeah. Also, though, I have guns, so come to my house, please.
Anyway. I don't have guns, but if you could bring yours and use it on me, it'd be appreciated.
If you could kill me, dude, you'd be doing a lot of people a lot of favors. Like, really. Anyway.
The Hanson story begins not exactly in the middle of nowhere, but close. Middle of America. She nailed that one on the head.
Yeah, nailed it.
Is more like it. Tulsa's, Oklahoma's second largest city, sits pretty much right in the middle of the USA. Biscuited by the Arkansas River, it's home to an eclectic mix of old lots of Wild West memorabilia and the new. A thriving music and art scene dominates the downtown area. I didn't know that about Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, hey. Learn stuff every day.
Yeah.
Why is the Arkansas River in Oklahoma? Think about it.
Who's making these rules, man?
Who put it there?
Dude, all right, just completely getting off topic here because this blew my mind. I heard this on Neil P's Subcast.
Yeah.
I think he was talking to a member of Psycho Stick. It was an episode with one of the members of Psycho Stick. It could have been Ken Haas of Reverend Guitars. But the line from Wisconsin to, man, I wish I had a map in front of me. It's like, it's a perfect borderline. From like Wisconsin to Michigan through the lake or something. I forget. Damn it! All right, never mind. Just forget what I said. Go listen to the Neil P. Subcast.
Yeah.
And you'll have to go through every episode and find out which one I'm actually talking about. So get to work. All right. Here we go. Musically, it is mostly attuned to the country scene. Megastars like Garth Brooks and Brian White hail from Oklahoma. Oh, okay. But Tulsa prides itself of being a hotbed of cutting-edge jazz, classic rock, and Cajun blues as well. Until Hanson, the pop scene had not been terribly well represented. But that's getting ahead of our story. She's really...
There's so much left.
Yeah, leaving some cliffhangers here on page 3. Tulsa is proudly multi-culti to the max, is how she puts it.
Wait, okay, hold on. No, she didn't.
It says Tulsa is proudly multi-culti to the max. Let me see if I can get that.
Where is it at?
It's like right around here somewhere.
Tulsa is proudly multi-culti. Yeah, multi-culti.
Multi-culti.
Multi-culti to the max.
Oh, we got a new saying.
Dude,
for the Moron.
She's throwing in emotes. She's throwing in she's abbreviating words that don't. that we just don't do normally. She was so far ahead. So far ahead.
I hope you did get to watch this episode, Neil. I'm kind of sad you weren't here. I think you would have enjoyed it. All right. Multiculti to the max, boasting sizable communities of all types of American, from Native to African, Christian to Jewish, Asian to Indian. Other minorities are represented as well. The city is very much a diverse melting pot. Children growing up there naturally learn to accept and appreciate each other's differences. It's not the vibe I get from Oklahoma.
I feel like she's really trying to be like, hey, Hanson's not racist.
Yeah.
Like Hanson, definitely not racist.
Fuckable, but not racist.
Not racist. Not racist.
All right. Other minorities are represented as well. The city's very much diverse melting pot. Appreciate each other's differences, although some parts of town are clearly more affluent than others. It has come a long way since the Sox and Greasers fought it out in the Tulsa of S.E. Hinton's The Outsider.
Socias. It was the Socias and Greasers.
Whatever. It's a terrible play. You can all screw yourselves. The most famous book ever set there. The author who also wrote Tex and Rumblefish still lives there, in fact.
Huh. I didn't know that Outsiders was set in Tulsa.
I don't know. Tulsa's geography is as divergent as its population. Parts of the city are mountainous and rural. Some areas are tract-like and suburban. The part where the Hansons live is somewhere in between those two. I like that. That's a good, solid.
Is that where it ended?
That's where page 3 ends.
Okay, so I feel like you ever do a report and like you just like start putting dumb shit in to kind of like make it longer.
Yeah, she has like
that's all that was.
When you have like a word, you have to have so many words.
Right. Yeah, she had a word count that she was trying to hit. That was 75% of that page was just word count.
She's got to get through the first the beginning story so she can get to the part where she's trying to fuck him.
But CJ, without further ado,
other
floor
parts
is yours.
Are side-ified and congested. That's the end of the sentence that we were in the middle of. You got to go back to the last episode.
Yep.
Which is a great episode. We had Neil P on from Downtown Brown.
It was amazing.
Thanks again, Neil.
Yeah.
All right. Other parts are side-ified and congested. Its landmark and monumental status of Golden Driller symbolizes Tulsa's biggest industry, petroleum.
Oh yeah, they were talking about the makeup of they were talking about the makeup of Tulsa in the last page.
Oh yeah, like the cultural
they were like,
makeup.
Yeah, they were like, the Hansons are not racist, okay? Yeah. They had a very diverse childhood. In Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Isaac Taylor and Zachary Hanson. She loves their names.
Loves them.
Isaac Taylor and Zachary Hanson are very much a product of their mid-American hometown. They're not slick Hollywood kids, but rather open, unaffected boys next door. Boy next door boys?
Boy next door boys.
Boy next door boys.
Hey, it's unauthorized, dude.
Unauthorized. And unedited.
Buck wild. Buck wild. Buck wild.
Which doesn't mean they're provincial country bumpkins. Provincial? I feel like Jason Ellis doing these reads. Country bumpkins. They are smart, savvy, and fortunate in having been exposed to a wide range of influences, historical, cultural, and societal. They've met and become friends with many different types of people from all walks of life.
They are not racist, okay? They are not racist.
Which is weird because I've never once thought Hanson was racist until I started reading this book.
Just the intro to this book is like
maybe that's why it's unauthorized. Maybe it gets into the end and they're like, man, these fuckers are racist.
Dude, one time Isaac was talking about certain people that he wanted to drag behind his car.
Oh my God.
What?
The back of this book has a breakdown for all the songs of their album. Where it says written by, lead singer, the tempo of the song, the dance clap meter, the sweep sap meter, the major theme of the song, and what they had to say about it.
Oh my fucking God. Maybe that's what we should do on Twitch, is go through that stuff, and then we'll only do the readings on the stream, or on the show.
All right. all walks of life. They're not racist.
They are not racist.
Hanson family roots go deep in Tulsa. The boys' parents, Walker and Diana, were born and lived their entire lives there. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins still live there. Further, the family counts hundreds of hometown folks as friends. Talk to anyone in Tulsa, the Hansons are well known not to be racist.
Yeah, they are known. They're not racist.
Well respected and sincerely beloved. And as friends and associates often add, they have deep faith and are very family orientated. No one deserves success more than they do. Growing up, both Walker and Diana, their parents, who attended the same high school, were very involved in music. Although Diana was a music major in college and Walker played guitar, neither seriously considered music as a future profession. Mostly it was an avocation for which they displayed above average aptitude and which just brought them a lot of joy. It was just singing. Either when my parents were in high school, they were really into the arts scene, Isaac explains. They did lots of plays. That's the end of the page.
Okay. We got a direct quote from Isaac, the oldest brother, on that one.
You got a direct quote from someone else, but we can't reveal that until we get to the next page.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited to find out which one of them. Is it one of the brothers?
Of course.
Okay, sweet. Hell yeah. I can't wait to find out which brother it is.
I'm excited about these song breakdowns.
Dude, their names remind me of like Amish people.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Isaac, Taylor, and Zachary. I'm almost surprised that it's not Zachariah.
Zachariah.
Like, it's Isaac and Zachariah.
Come here, young Zachariah. Taylor adds, they sang and acted and later on were actually in a gospel group. That group, the Horizons, traveled extensively and performed in churches throughout the country, spreading the joy of music wherever they could. The goal, however, was never to go pro, and they never did. It's kind of punk rock of Mama and Papa Hanson.
Right. They just wanted him to sing gospel.
They're just like, they were soul singers, you know?
Right. For the love of the game.
Yeah. All right. When Walker and Diana got married, they said...
Wait. Their dad's name is Walker?
Yes. Walker Hanson.
Awesome. Walker Hanson. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's such a powerful name. No wonder he named his kid Isaac. His first kid Isaac.
Zachariah.
He's like, yeah, it's Zachariah. And fucking Taylor. He was like, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. My name is fucking Walker. There's no way these kids are just going to be named Jack and Joe.
Yeah. Like the, what are the other brothers that were famous in the 90s? The actors? The Lawrences?
Oh, the Lawrences, yeah.
Who were just named like Jack and Joe and Matt.
Yeah, it was Joey. What was it? Joey Lawrence.
That's the only one I remember.
Yeah.
And there was the little one.
Mikey.
And
was it
then
Mike
there was
Lawrence?
the middle one, possibly. They had
Mikey
the Lawrence
Lawrence
Brothers
was
show.
the
I used to watch that show.
That show, I remember
pretty
watching
good.
it a lot. I don't remember.
I think it used to
anything
come
about
on. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember enjoying it, and I believe it came on after which the other one with Corey and Sean and
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World, which was my shit.
That was a good one. The Lawrence brothers, I just remember thinking that the middle one was a bitch. Even when I was like probably a decade younger than he was.
I was like 6. I was like, I could take this dude.
Yeah, I bet if I had to, I could drop him.
Oh, for sure. For sure. All
right, let's go.
right, where was I? When Walker and Diana got married, they settled into a rambling home in West Tulsa. A very diverse neighborhood, if you people didn't know that.
A rambling home?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Is it like an RV? I don't know. I don't know.
Keep reading. Maybe there's more context.
A quiet neighborhood separated from the downtown area by the Arkansas River and several industrial parks. Walker began his career in Tulsa's biggest industry. He became an accountant for an oil drilling company. That's the name of it. Walker, you know, an oil tycoon type.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Living in a rambling home.
Yeah. All right. From the get-go.
Okay, a rambling home from what I'm rambling
It's
home,
just like a suburban home, basically. Is that?
it's a big house that spreads out in a lot of rooms and hallways.
Okay.
Yeah, is what a rambling home is.
So they had a fuck dungeon.
They they had like an old plantation style house almost, but like
But
they're
not racist.
land.
They're not racist.
Yeah,
They're not.
I think that's
they're not racist.
We have to stress this over and over again. But he worked for an oil company, which makes a lot of sense that they were able to travel the country with no intention like being professional.
Well, he didn't get into the oil company until after they were done doing the gospel things. Is what I'm.
No, I feel like she's telling multiple stories that all kind of coincided with their childhood.
Okay.
Like all of these things sort of made up their upbringing.
All right.
So all of this was sort of happening at the same time, but she's just talking about it in different pages, obviously. I think.
From the get-go, he and his wife knew that the job might entail a good bit of travel, since offshore drilling was a huge part of the company's business. They knew they might not have to live in foreign countries, they knew they might even have to live in foreign countries for stretches of time. The couple saw that as exciting and challenging. It's doubtful they ever considered a potentially, this is a good one, perpadic? Here, get a look at this one. That's a good one there.
Let's see. Get it. Hold on, I can't focus. It's not focusing. Pull it away a little bit. Oh.
Well, let me find this word again.
Pull it away a little bit. Bring it back. I can't make it out on the screen.
All right. Well, I've already known, what's her name, Jill Matthews? I almost called her Jill Lawrence. That not only is it probably spelled wrong, but she uses words that aren't real. Peripatetic lifestyle as determinant to their dream of starting a family. Wherever life took them, they'd go together. That was the plan. Somehow they figured out a way to make kids and schooling fit into it. On November 17th,
Peripatetic is the word. You're pronouncing it correctly.
Okay.
Peripatetic. Traveling from place to place, in particular working or based in various places for relatively short periods.
All right.
Military life is a peripatetic life.
I'm good at words.
She's a fucking idiot though. Like why put that word there? Like it's such an unnecessary word.
Especially for a book written for, 12-year-old children.
Yeah, children. It's about and for children.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We haven't gotten into it yet, but from what I've seen from the prefix in the back of the book, this book might be for horny moms.
Fucking creepy moms.
On November 17th, 1980, their first child was born. A blonde, brown-eyed bundle of boy joy.
What the fuck?
What?
No way. That's the phrase she chose?
Boy joy.
Okay. I'm even less mad at you for not like getting the peripatetic thing now because this person.
Hey, I got the peripatetic thing. I just didn't believe her. Believe her.
She's a fucking idiot.
I was calling her bluff.
She just uses bad words
like bundle of boy joy.
Fucking Christ.
They christened him Clark Isaac.
Whoa, his first name is Clark?
From the start, he was known as Ike. Less than 2.5 years later, on March 14th, 1983, the Hansons were blessed with another child, blue-eyed and blonde-haired, just what Hitler had in mind. No, I added that part.
No, okay. I was like, no fucking way, dude. No fucking way. Notice I wasn't like, you made that up. It was no way. Because I totally believe that was coming. All right. Like, and believe me, they're not racist.
They're not racist, I swear. All right, let's see, where am I at? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed and blonde-haired. This one was named Jordan Taylor, soon tagged Tay. October 22nd, 1985.
They were using their fucking middle names, all of them. So Zach, I bet his first name is like Joe. Like they really did name their kids like fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I guess so.
What a bunch of assholes.
I don't know. I got one line left here.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. October 22nd, 1985. He brought the family their third. Third what?
Third
We'll
what?
find out next week.
Third what? I bet it's the third brother.
I would maybe.
What if there's like it brought their third tragedy when their sister died?
Yeah.
They're just like, what? Mbop, to the top. An unauthorized biography of the Hanson brothers, written by
Jill Matthews.
Jill Matthews. I'll remember her name eventually.
I mean,
once we do this enough.
You know, old cocksucking whore from back in the day.
Okay.
No doubt. No doubt. I can tell you that just from reading the back of this book. Jill Matthews, old cocksucking whore from back in the day.
I believe we left off
We were
where the third something was about to happen.
Exactly. You're right. You got it exactly.
We theorized that it's the third brother, but we don't know.
A third event has occurred to the family on a
But we
date
don't know
that if
because
you want to
Jill
know,
Matthews-
you can go back and listen to the past episode.
Oh, and definitely go back and listen to our past episodes and check out Neil P's episode.
Oh, for sure.
I believe that's 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, 3, 2.
name-
It was an episode. It's there.
Yeah,
The
go check
name of
it
the
out,
episode is I realize that everyone I know is gay.
which is a song that Downtown Brown.
It's a lyric from a song, yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Which is
Mbop
the
to the
only
top.
time I really strayed from the No Effects lyric pattern, but I felt it needed to be done. Mbop to the top, Hanson, an unauthorized biography by Jill Matthews, page 6.
Page 6.
Look-alike son, the caramel-eyed Zachariah Walker.
Wait, his name is Zachariah?
No,
Oh, fuck.
it's Zachary.
And he didn't have one of those, like, they weren't using his middle name onto him, right?
No, he is Zachary Walker. Everyone immediately called him Zach with no K. It's very important to know the
Interesting.
K is left out.
Right. They made sure.
He doesn't want to
Okay,
fuss with
'cause
the
they're
K,
that-
dude. They're efficient
that not
people.
racist.
Yeah,
They're that not racist.
That's true.
We don't
They
even
can't.
use-
We don't even use
the K
one
in
K.
Zach.
We don't even use one K.
Yeah.
We will not have a son who pitches in baseball.
Right.
All right. Okay. So that sums up where kind of what we were reading last week, just in case you were hanging on a spoiler there, or whatever they call it. Here we go. The boys' earliest memories involve 2 things: the closeness they shared, and the music that surrounded them in their formative years. There was always singing and music around the house, Ike has said. My mom's been singing and listening to a lot of music ever since I can remember. It was just Mom. Dad, too, would join in, and not only on what the radio played, both had a knack for making up original ditties and would sing them together. The kind of music that parents exposed the Hanson brothers to was a mix of all races.
I'm just thinking, like, that's such white people shit. Like, they were just walking around the house, like, singing fucking
it's like the
dumb
Carpenters
shit.
or some shit, yeah?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm thinking, like, they're walking around and they're just like, my cat looks good today. I think that
When
today is
you
going to
have
be
a little
a good
food,
day.
you only
Yes.
need a little plate. When you have a little food, you only need a little plate.
Yes, exactly. When I eat a bowl of food, I have to use a little spoon. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, but it's white. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah. I do that shit. I
Yeah.
walk around the house singing to myself all fucking day.
While some was gospel, a lot was not. That's a wide mix. There's the entire
Some was
expla-
gospel, some was not. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Really wide range.
Yeah. As Taylor has told it, our mom really liked Billy Joel. What a bitch.
Okay. Now you said gospel and then said she really liked Billy Joel.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jill
I don't know.
Matthews?
And she'd say, "Here, guys, listen to this."
Do you think she's confused because his famous song is White Wedding?
Maybe.
And she's like, oh, it must be gospel.
No, that's Billy Idol, not Billy Joel.
Oh yeah.
Billy Joel's a way worse human being than Billy Idol, and that says a lot. Really does.
Oh. Oh my god.
I would love to hear a Billy Joel cover of White Wedding. That would be great.
Dude. It's a nice day for a
No, Billy Joel does
White
that
Wedding.
song that the Supervillains cover, Moving Out.
Uptown Girl.
Moving Out.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving out.
He did Uptown Girl though. I know who it is. I just fucked it up. I just fucked up the name.
Okay. All right. Where are we at here? As Taylor has told it, our mom really liked Billy Joel. And she'd say, here, guys, listen to this. One of the first songs we sang was For the Longest Time. One of the first songs they learned to sing, make that learned to harmonize on. What?
No way. That's a fucking sentence she put in the book.
One of the first songs they learned to sing,
Jill,
make
this
that
is why
learned
it's
to harmonize
unauthorized.
on. And unedited, apparently. We've run into a few of these now.
This is why you didn't get authorized, lady.
Yeah. Run it through spell check. Jesus Christ.
I don't write books, and that's how I would write this book.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Where are we at here? All right. However, was the one. Okay. All right. However, was the one they routinely sang after saying grace at each meal, the dinner blessing. Amen.
Wait,
I guess they would just sing amen, like amen. Amen.
Imagine how fucking awful. Like,
Now that's the whitest shit I ever heard.
dude, going to their house in Oklahoma. Right?
Oklahoma.
You walk into
A
their
very diverse
remember,
section of Oklahoma, though.
No, it wasn't. Remember, they had a very sprawling house.
Oh yeah, you're right. They
They
sprawled.
had a very like a sprawling house. You
They probably had
into
like
this,
one of those intercom systems, you know, so they'd all like press the button and start harmonizing and shit.
You walk in, and you just see 3 of these Hitler Youth boys.
Yeah, just
And then they're like, "Hey, you know, we're gonna have dinner if you want to come in here." And you're like, "All right, cool." And they're like, "All right, we're gonna pray." And you're like, "Oh, that's kind of invasive, but whatever. It's your house. I'll, whatever. I'll sit here quietly."
yeah.
They and as soon as they hit that end of the prayer, they're all just like,
"Can I get a amen?"
because you know that shit wasn't in rhythm.
Oh, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, they did have voices of angels. We
They
can't
had
fault
voices
them
of
there.
angels,
We
but
can't
like
fault
they
them
also
there.
had a metronome.
Can't
in the
fault them
studio.
there. One of them was a drummer, right?
One of them.
One of them. When we were younger, we sang at the dinner table, Isaac explains. One day, our dad taught us 2-part harmony on Amen, which soon led to 3-part harmony when Zach was old enough to join in.
Jeez.
That's child abuse.
You know what? Oh my God! It's literally that scene from Step Brothers when they're in the car doing fucking
Oh, no,
child.
it's 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Nice vibrato, Billy.
Yeah.
Like,
No, totally.
fucking awesome.
All right, last portion of a paragraph here.
Okay.
To no one's surprise, the Hanson brothers had beautiful voices, the voices of angels. The special harmony that can only come from being brothers. What about Crosby, Stills, and Nash? Were they brothers? I think that's all. The name was based all on their last names, so I'm gonna say no.
Different last names.
Yeah. What about By the Rivers? They're not brothers. Fucking
Voices of Angels.
Voices of Angels.
Voices of Angels. Who
what
else?
el- who
What
else?
about like? There's
Fleetwood
plenty.
Mac? Do they harmonize? No, the brothers Doobie. The brothers Doobie. Oh, they're brothers. They're
Doobie.
brothers. They're brothers. Yeah, it's right there.
The brothers Doobie
It's right
for
there in
sure.
the titles. Yeah.
ZZ Top.
I don't think they harmonize. They're more just like they harmonize. They harmonize.
You gotta-
They
you
harmonize
gotta-
in fashion.
Yeah. True. What? Who else? There's. What aren't the Interrupters like all brothers?
The Interrupters are ladies. Isn't that a lady that sings?
The lady singer, but like all the musician or all the not music, the guys playing instruments are all
They're musicians.
they're all brothers. Well, she's a musician as well. I just meant
Yeah. She plays a little guitar.
She doesn't.
I thought I'd seen her playing some guitar in a video before or something.
I'm pretty sure she
I don't
does.
know. I'm not too hip on the.
I'm sure she does.
I know
play
everybody's about it,
instruments.
but it's not my thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a huge Interrupters. I was for a minute, but then like you listen to it and it's like, okay, well, I see what they're doing.
Yeah. It was the same thing with what was that band that here we go on a tangent halfway through the last half. The band the dude from Rancid was in that did the
Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards?
No, I'm not a huge fan of them either.
No, either me either.
Tim Armstrong. They did like him and like Travis Barker, and it was like weird electronic-y pop punk music.
What is that band? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Look around, baby.
Yeah.
My whole crew's ugly. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
I can't think of what that's called. The Transplants.
Transplants. Yeah.
Yeah. They got real bad. I've never really got into that either.
Again, it was one of those things where I was like into it for a little bit, and then it was like you listen to it for a minute.
Well, it's like
and
one of
then
those
you
things where
realize-
everybody's like, "Oh, you like that? You know, based on everything you just told me and showed me, you like music. You must like these guys too." I'm like, "No,
Well,
no,
exactly, exactly. Well, but like every time I listened to them, I always kind of got like I always got the feeling like, and especially with the Interrupters as well, I feel like, oh, this is just created to make money. Like, and it's, I mean, ingenious, and they're objectively good, I guess, at what they're trying to do. But like, it's not necessarily something that I'm into, especially just to be fed to me. I'm like, eh.
yeah."
If it was just like some random ass band that did and played that way, it's one thing. But like, you can just tell there's a lot of industry behind them, and it's like, I don't really give a fuck. Fuck you. Anyway, sorry.
All right, here we go. The last half here. I think, I like this little cliffhanger we got here. The special harmony that can only come from being brothers was there from the get-go. But just being good at something doesn't automatically mean you like doing it. In this case, however what? Do they like doing it? Do they not like doing it?
Wait,
Have they been forced into this?
Bro, this is the part where we find out why it's unauthorized, because Jill Matthews is about to uncover and tell us all.
Blow the lid right off of this thing.
Right, she's like, dude, their dad was Joe Jackson and all day.
All three brothers instantly loved the way they sounded together. It was the most natural thing in the world for us to sing together, Isaac asserts. And once they learned that three-part harmony, remember, amen.
Oh yeah. They were the family from
And once they learned that three-part harmony, there was no stopping them. Making music became their primarily play activity, play in quotations. Without prodding, they spent more time at it than in front of the TV set, video game monitor. Now, what's the difference between the TV set and a video game monitor?
It's the 90s.
It's a fine line.
This was written in the 90s, CJ.
It's a fine line.
A video game monitor at this point. Well, no, because like I think
Wouldn't it be a computer monitor?
Jill Matthews might be referring to either a PC monitor or B, an actual cabinet.
Okay, I
like
mean,
cabinet video game. That would be
an old school cocksucker whore from back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. You're right. Video game monitor, practicing their karate on each other, or even outside on their bikes.
Wait, does it really say practicing karate on each other?
Yes, it does.
No fucking way.
Sure does.
Wait, so that implies that like Jill Matthews thinks that demonstrating karate on each other is like a normal thing that
Probably. I don't know. You would know better than me. I don't have.
I have a brother, and I did karate on him.
Right.
Like that's. I'm not saying that I had a normal experience. That's my point.
Where are we at here? And even outside on their bikes, she puts a lot of weight on being outside on your bike.
Well, I mean, because once again, old cocksucking whore from back in the day.
That's true.
She
Bikes were new.
Going outside is like what
McGigs.
kids should be doing. It's the whole reason, like, why society is going. Duh.
That's true. All right. In no time, Isaac Taylor and Zachariah were working up their own versions of songs, both from their Christian music backgrounds and from what they heard on the top 40 radio. And soon after that, following in their parents' musical footsteps, the three little boys began composing their own original ditties.
You know what I wonder, CJ?
Huh.
I wonder if they point out that there's only 3 of them, correct?
Yes. Isaac Taylor and Zachariah.
Taylor plays the synth,
Tay
the
if you're
keyboard.
nasty.
What?
Tay if you're nasty.
Oh yeah, Tay if you nasty. He plays. Oh my god, that's how I'm referring to him for the rest of this segment. For the rest of the time we do this, Taylor Tay if you nasty. When he plays the keyboard, he plays keyboard. Isaac or whatever. Isaac, he plays guitar. Okay.
Okay.
And Zachariah is on drums. Okay. There's no bass.
Yeah, you're right about that.
There's no bassist who's playing bass.
The keyboard can handle the bass.
I was thinking about that. I was like, well, actually, unless they're like, he could be playing bass notes.
Yeah.
While also doing harmony.
The keyboard can handle it. You got the right keyboard. You could split the sounds too. So you got bass tones over there that actually sound kind of bassy while you still got your keyboard stuff. Or you're trying to do your other stuff.
Yeah. What I also like is that they basically the 2 oldest brothers got to pick what instruments they wanted, and then the youngest brother, it's like, now you're playing the fucking drums, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not good at the drums? Get good. Because we're gonna beat the fuck out of you until you're better.
We got some original ditties.
Right. You guys think that movie with what's his fuck from the insurance commercials was good? You should have seen what these 2 dudes had to do to their little brother.
Yeah.
You're dragging. Anyway, J.K. Simmons, kick-ass guy though.
They love what they were doing, so they just kept doing it. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because they just kept doing it, they just got better at it. Maths.
That is maths.
Soon those 3-part harmonies were super tight. And soon they had a little compendium of Hanson originals. None of these were yet full-out songs. After all, the boys were really little, and as yet had no real musical education.
Okay.
Man, she made that a difficult sentence.
It's like you could have just started a whole new sentence. Like you could have just done instead of anyway.
Yeah. As yet had no real musical education. Like, Jesus Christ, lady. I can't even trust that some of the words she uses are real words because she's already used a couple that aren't real words. And then she likes throwing big ones out there, too. Old cock-sucking whore.
Old cock-sucking whore from back in the day. I tell you. New Letterkenny, by the way.
Oh, I know. I watched the first episode yesterday. It was good.
Nice.
After the boys were, let's see, where am I at here? Had. Okay. But the seeds of what would become the Hanson sound were being planted, as they'd later write in Mbop. A lot of planning ensued, although they surely couldn't have known way back then which seeds would take root and grow, and how big. You creepy old bitch. It wouldn't be creepy if I hadn't already read the prefix and the back of the book.
Right. No, absolutely. If it was just you reading it out of context. Oh yeah, no.
All right, we got the start of a paragraph here to finish off. Page 7. Not unexpectedly, in the late 1980s, Walker Hanson, who'd risen through the ranks to become the director of international accounting. What a Walker.
What a Walker.
Was informed that... What was he informed? That's an actual cliffhanger.
Oh, fuck.
That's a real one there. Yeah.
He might have got fired.
What was he informed?
He might have got fired, CJ.
Who informed him? And
dude,
what
if he gets fired and then he just gets cucked by his kids, like his kids just become like international
breadwinners.
Yeah. He's like, I was an oil baron. Now I'm just oiling these 2 boys.
His job with drilling the oil company. Wait, what? With the oil drilling company was about to take him out of the country. The family wasn't unprepared. They'd known this day would come. There was never a question they wouldn't go together.
We were sure he lost his job, but he just gets moved. He's just getting moved.
Sounds like he got a promotion. Like he's going
right.
to
That
Saudi
almost
Arabia
sounds like,
or some shit.
Yeah, they're like, oh no.
They live in
like,
Saudi?
Dude, what if this is the book? The whole book is just about uncovering how Hanson is backed by like Saudi princes, like they're basically owned like racehorses, and like they've just been running them for money since the mid-90s. They got to be, but then like they fucked it up, right? They fucked it up, and they were treating them like horses. And once they hit 18, they were just like, all right, put them out to pasture. And they're like, that's not how this works.
We do need to do maybe we'll do that on Twitch, or Where Are They Now on Hanson.
I mean, they've put out music within the last 10 years.
You need to have him on the show.
That would
Oh
be,
my God. Dude, if we could get
That would be
Hanson on the show, I would lose my mind.
that would be great. Like one of them is just.
It has to be after we read the whole book, though.
Yeah. I mean, if we find out that one of them is a scat fiend, I think we got this.
Dude, I bet the little one. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So there was never a question that they wouldn't go together. They're a unit. They're a family unit. They're gonna fucking travel. They're like the thornberries, the wild thornberries.
Right.
Damn, I thought you were reading right there.
Yeah.
they're like a musical Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
Again, Jill Stein, maybe. Or Jill fuck Matthews.
Matthews.
All right. Walker and Diana explained to their boys that they'd be spending the next year in several new homes in the South American country of Ecuador and Venezuela, as well as Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah.
Tobago? Tomato. In the Caribbean, they'd be meeting many different kinds of people, which they're prepared for.
Right. No, we already established
They've
that.
done, I would almost say that maybe they've been like completely retrained. Like they were so racist at one point that they were put into like some kind of brainwashing system.
No, I'm saying she's like, no, there's not even cultural shock for them. They're just going to show up and be like, oh no, we can adapt to this.
It was presented as a wonderful opportunity.
I don't think adapt. I think they're trying to overpower.
I honestly think they just probably ignored where they were because they were like
they're just trying to steal the oil.
It's like Hanson's here. Everybody, shut the fuck up.
Well, no, I think they just were like, stay inside, don't go anywhere, just stay at home, practice your fucking instruments, and don't look out the window for too long because we don't want them to know that little girls live here. Or we don't want people to think little girls live here.
All right.
Little blonde girls. Oh, you see blonde hair, you're just like, holy shit.
Right.
I see a word in here already that tells me Joe Matthews is not a breeder.
Okay.
In this next sentence. So that
What was that noise?
I don't know.
We just lost Craig, but we got G-Arc.
We got GR holds shit down.
Sorry.
All right. So that the boys' education would not be disrupted, Diana had already decided to homeschool her brood. That is something.
Brood?
Yeah, that is something.
There's 3 of them. It's 3 of them.
I know.
It's 3. It's a brood. Isn't like a brood 6? It's a minimum 6 for a brood.
I don't know the ins and outs.
What's crazy is this is how I read books when I read books. I read a sentence and I'm just like, what the fuck? This is crazy, man. Like, let's get to the good parts. What does he mean when he said this? Okay, and then I read the next sentence and then I'm lost. I'm gone.
Right. You just got to analyze everything. Well, that's the thing about this, right? Is because what's interesting about Hanson isn't much, right? But what is interesting is the lady who's writing it and her perspective. Like, why would you write this book unauthorized? Like, you had to put that on the cover. Like, you know that's.
Did you ever try to get it authorized? Do you think that the unauthorization is just a marketing ploy?
What channels do you have to go through? Like, did calling them a brood make it so that they were like, no, we're not greenlighting this? What the fuck, lady?
Like, yeah, who's her? Like, is she trying to appeal to the 11-year-old metalhead girl whose parents might have bought her this book?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. She loves it. She loves to type these 3 words out right here. In other words, Ike, Taylor, and Zachariah. What did they do? Did not join the neighborhood kids and get on the school bus.
I fucking told you.
So they're doing a little. Sounds a little separate but equal to me.
Right. No, they homeschooled them for sure.
Yeah.
And they were just like, don't go outside.
Like, what?
Or if you do go
when
outside,
are you going to have
take
a
your brother.
better chance to truly immerse your children in cultural differences?
But see, they already had that on lock from living in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you're right. Oklahoma.
They didn't need to go outside in
so-
Venezuela and
yes.
Ecuador. Like they were from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Like there's more diversity there than
cultural hub
in
of the world.
Trinidad and Tobago. Jeez.
And it's like they make us feel bad because they have to move for work. It's not like they're military kids where the dad's making 80 grand a year. We're talking oil shit,
Yeah.
Right.
where the dad's making a bajillion
Yeah, and he's like a
dollars.
financial advisor for an oil company. Like, so he's not even working hard. He's not out there on the rig or anything. Fucking,
That dude gets drunk at work.
yeah, for sure.
Like-
like really good
like-
alcohol too.
Right.
on the golf course
Yeah.
in Trinidad and Tobago where the water is crystal blue.
Right. Oh,
Like
dude.
your eyes, Keegan.
Oh, thank you.
The light is hitting your eyes perfectly right
It's
now.
like I do that on purpose.
All right. Where were we?
Instead, large chunks of time were set aside every day for their lessons, with mom as their teacher in all academic subjects. So they're either stupid or she's really smart.
It's like I fucking read this book before you even did. Like I told you, dude. This is like
Didn't you find it in your mom's garage?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I did,
but it's not my-
find it in Keegan's mom's garage.
But I never read this book. Like I
While,
guarantee you.
Okay.
while
That sounds a little suspect.
while remodeling her kitchen.
Yeah, I never read this book. No, here's the thing though, right? Like up until probably 7 years ago, I didn't read. Never read a fucking thing. Hated reading. No, that's not
Really?
true. I read a lot of shit at school, but like unless it was forced upon me, I really never read.
That was the opposite. I refused to read the forced upon me things, but I was always reading, so I could tell him to suck it.
And then I think back on it though, and I did read a lot of shit for fun though.
And now I don't really like it because I'm into like biographical stuff. So now it's just like go to YouTube.
Yeah.
If you know what you're looking for, you're not getting complete misinformation.
But just understand that I did never read this book, and I don't know that for a fact, but I do.
It could
Because
be
it's like-
deep down in there, some kind of repressed memory.
All right, everybody hates the homeschool kids, so
I always
When
liked
are we-
homeschool kids. They were the right amount of weird for. I thought they were
I don't know if
interesting.
I ever knew any homeschool kids.
I played football with a couple of homeschool kids, and I was like, I tried to be extra nice to them, but like, I always felt like they
Homeschool
were
kids-
weird. They were definitely
they-
fucking weird.
they turned out to be like horse people.
Exactly.
And
Like, you mean
that's-
like equestrians?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I thought
that's
I wasn't
that's
sure if you meant
strange-
centaurs or equestrians.
and like if they're homeschooled, if they're homeschooled, they're like like centaurs. So like, if they're homeschooled, there's like 2 to 3 degrees of separation from somebody who owns a horse, right? Like if you're a
Absolutely.
homeschool kid, either your cousin, your sister, or your aunt is a fucking
Or-
horse person,
or like a best friend that's like a family member to you.
right? Their mom and your mom, like they grew up together, and they call each other sisters and stuff.
And
with the
Right.
really long jean skirts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fucking. I don't get the jean skirts, man. The really long jean skirts.
I don't understand mom jeans.
It's denim. Sometimes I understand mom jeans, and I'm
Nah, I
standing on the
can
right
I can
side.
understand. I can understand some.
I don't know. I guess I'm just different.
And I think they're making a comeback
Bill
now,
Dipperly,
right?
dude.
Aren't
Yeah.
the mom jeans making a comeback?
No, I mean I think they've been making it. They've been making it.
I say we abolish all the jeans and just everybody wears yoga pants, male and female.
I'm down.
I think it's
Or
a more comfortable world.
skirts. Everybody wears skirts. Fuck it.
Do you remember in 2004
But we put pockets on them
when-
fuckers.
when girls were wearing pants so low you could almost see their pussy from the top?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I remember that.
I missed that one.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Now
Little
these
beat-
What
Little-
happened to that? What
little
happened to
beef
that, you
cleave?
think? Yeah.
now these
Oh.
pants are covering up their belly button.
You know what happened to that?
Where the fuck are we going?
You know what happened to that? And I'm pretty confident that this is the right answer. Dudes started wearing them.
That did happen.
Oh,
Dude, yeah, dude showing front cleave, never gonna work.
Yeah, it was just
And
a
it's
lot
gonna
of,
destroy any movement.
a lot of
that's
scraggly
going around it.
hairs sticking out that
Mhm,
shouldn't
mhm.
be. And
Whenever they try, like, that was the one guy from like the Brady Bunch, right? Like he became like less popular, like when he showed his pubes and like and like Rolling Stone or some shit in like the 80s or the 70s.
I don't know that one.
They all like freaked out about it, but it's like anytime dude starts showing pubes, you know that like some big trend is about to end. Like like women can show pubes all day. Everybody's like, well, all right, you know, it's whatever. And I'm
I don't know.
I do
I
not
think
care.
half of society.
not
I
care.
think half of society is against women's pubes.
yeah, but that half of society sucks. Like
Yeah.
those anybody who's like real hard line, like women shouldn't have body hair. I'm
Those
always
are the
like,
same
that's-
dudes that are afraid to get a finger in their butt.
right? Yeah, I'm like, you're probably not gonna make it winter, my dude.
Yeah.
Your children are gonna grow up weak. I'm sorry.
I just heard
I mean,
my
I don't
soul.
want to get pegged, but I want a finger in the butt. That's
Nothing bigger than a lady's finger. That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man.
that's juvenile.
I mean, some of
shit
us want to
right
get
there.
pegged, but
How?
a lady's finger's all right.
Just out of curiosity, how much longer do we have? Page, how much more do we have to read?
Half of it.
We're literally halfway through.
Oh my god! I'm just thinking to myself when I have to edit this into an actual audiobook.
Well, you already said that you're not going to edit out the in-betweens. So
Oh, I know. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
said that. You're being kind of selfish. CJ does all of the editing. The least you could do is edit.
No, but I'm gonna have to
Hanson
pull
book.
100 fucking episodes by the end of this shit and
That's
cut
true.
out the middle of it.
Keegan, you're drinking a monster right now. Can you fall asleep right after that monster? Yeah, you're that guy. Okay,
I have ADHD
I
really
get it.
fucking bad.
I get it.
I
don't hate it. I'm not judging you.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's been a long time, but
yeah.
I can fall asleep on like
Coffee
a
though?
1/4 inch by 6 inch line of pure Colombian cocaine.
Yeah. Time to go to bed.
Oh, I'll get sleepy on that shit too.
Yeah. That's how
Well,
I figured out I had ADHD.
I have to wear a mouthpiece to bed because I snore and my wife doesn't like it when I snore. And this mouthpiece literally takes away the snore 97% of the time. But definitely when that shit gets involved, like I lay in bed and I'm just like grinding on that mouthpiece. Just and it's not good for me or anybody involved.
Yeah, it doesn't
but
seem comfortable at all.
I need one of
that's
them though.
anybody. Yeah, it single-handedly saved my relationship.
What I do is I take, and I just explained this to Keegan the other day. What I do to stop my snoring, as part of it, is I will take some Vicks Vapo Rub, and I will put it on a Q-tip, and then I will line the inside of both of my nostrils with Vicks Vapo Rub, and that opens me wide up.
And that stops you from snoring,
Yeah,
huh?
it just opens me wide up, man.
See, I have the problem though that like one of my nostrils is physically blocked. Like there's no opening my nostril back up.
So like a deviated septum situation.
It like literally shifts. It like goes from side to side and closes up
Oof.
different sides of my nose just depending on which side I'm leaning.
Oh man, that's got to be hard for.
Everything,
drugs.
yeah, breathing. It's kind of like just generally living is a kind of sucks. All right, let's go.
All right, where are we at here? Neighborhood kids got on the school bus. Instead, large chunks of time were set aside every day for their lessons, with mom as the teacher in all academic subjects. It meant a huge responsibility and total dedication by Diana to the children. That's the end of the sound. Okay. College educated and deeply committed, she was prepared. Homeschooling means different things in different states. It's fairly common in Oklahoma. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. One of the
Where, according to journalist Tom Connor, some people choose it for religious reasons. They want to protect their kids from certain influences that they might be exposed to in public schools. I learned
science.
not to do religion in Catholic school because they gave us religion class, and then right after that we would go to science class. And like, it shit doesn't add up.
I found that when teachers at school had big boobs, whether the teacher be 60 years old or 24, it doesn't matter. I didn't learn as much because.
But what if the teacher was your mom?
So
Well,
here's,
his mom
here's
does
the
have
thing.
big boob.
Yeah. So
It's the only thing I know about her, but I know she's got some
So-
honkers on her.
if I was homeschooled, I wouldn't learn a fucking thing.
Right?
That was a joke about my mom having big boobs. Fuck. She's gonna hear this.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody hears this.
it's kind of like we're just talking into space.
So we're done with Joe
No,
Matthews.
we still got
Horn?
just we got a smidge left here.
Perfect. I was hoping.
Other people choose homeschooling simply because they're not satisfied with the quality of education in their local school system and perhaps can't afford private school tuition. This is in quotations here. Homeschooling is getting very prevalent out here, says a Tulsa father of two. And that's the end of the page. Tulsa Public Schools spokesperson Gary Lytall explains the system. Parents do it all. They don't have any help or assistance from public schools at all. There's no formal testing, but if a child wants to go on vocational school or college after being homeschooled, of course he or she would take the appropriate tests, the GED, ACT, or SAT.
Okay. So they're explaining the homeschooling methods.
System.
of-
Yeah, that's
of
where
the
we
Hanson.
were at.
Okay.
Homeschooling is clearly not for everyone, but for the Hansons, who have not stated publicly why they chose the method, it was the perfect way to stay together as a family on the move and control the quality of their children's education at the same time.
They didn't want them to mix with general population.
Yeah.
This is why those early pages of like, I swear they're not racist,
Yeah.
was totally necessary.
Yeah.
You guys thought we were just kidding, like, oh, the Moron Bros blowing it out of proportion. Why Jill Matthews would say these things? No, we were right.
About all things Joe Math.
There was a lot of things to justify coming up. This is number one.
As they prepared for the big move overseas, naturally, they didn't neglect their beloved music. Because of language and cultural differences in South America and the Caribbean, the family knew they would not be able to tune into their favorite top 40 station, nor would they be able to watch television. There wasn't any. Wow.
What? There is definitely television in the places. Like,
Pretty sure there's, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love it. Like
They
it's-
didn't exist before satellites.
Like, and here's the thing, right? Is it's just like they're doing anything they can. Like even in Tulsa, it seems like they were doing anything they could to make
Sounds
them
to me
not.
like their parents might have been lying to them.
Yeah, dude. Seems like later. I feel like later in life they all probably realized it too. Like they all probably like had that day where they were like, "Hey, were we like kind of raised in a fucked up way?" And then like they were all just like, "Oh yeah, fuck."
Well, at least they're not racist.
They aren't, but their parents
Yeah,
probably,
for sure.
probably, most likely.
All right, there wasn't any. They realized that the only way they'd be able to hear what they liked was BYOM, bring your own music. So they did.
Okay.
Isaac divulges, you can't get a page without at least dropping a name, you know?
No, you have to get.
Can't get a page out of it without a name drop.
Forget who the book is about.
Yeah. Isaac divulges, and they didn't give a whole lot of thought to the music they brought with them at the time. They had no clue how much it would influence them, as the oldest Hanson bro explained to Tulsa World magazine. Before we left, we bought a bunch of tapes. The Time and Life compilation series of old 50s and 60s rock and roll. Everything from 57 to 69. Nice.
Nice. Joe Matthews did write nice.
All right, last unfinished sentence here of the page.
Okay.
We had no radio to listen to. Like, no radio.
That's such bullshit, dude.
Like, it
It's
might not
such
have. Just because it wasn't popular American music, you're just like, nah, fuck that shit.
They're like, oh, it has an accordion
Yeah.
in it. I can't listen
What is this
to it."
steel drum?
Yeah. The only drums I know have skins.
Yeah.
These ones are steel.
White skins. You're terrible people, Hansons. You're terrible.
Oh man.
All right, last unfinished sentence. We had no radio to listen to, and it was just a coincidence that we picked this particular style too. End of page. To what?
To what?
Masturbate to?
what was it? 52 to 69? Is that what it was?
57 to 69.
57 to 69. So, oh my God. There's a good chance that they actually were probably influenced by some pretty solid music. But it's the 90s, remember, everybody. This all takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
No, what, early 80s or late 80s?
No, this is probably the very latest of 80s at that.
Yeah. So, because, think about it. Okay, so if Zach is 11 in 97 when this is made?
I think we determined when this was made. There's got to be a publisher's page here.
There's no copyright.
Okay, wait. Look for other biographies from Archway paperbacks. Oh, okay, no, these are by different. I thought she also did a biography on Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, famous Irish basketball player.
Yeah. This is the only Joe Matthews they have listed here. There's gotta be well, anyway, 97.
Okay, 97. So he's born in what, 86? So it has to be early 90s, late 80s. There is definitely terrestrial radio in these places. For sure. Even in Vietnam, you remember they always talked about
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah, or they even had the opposing, the North Vietnamese had a radio station that they were beaming into the troop channels and stuff.
I mean, radio has been around for
fucking ever.
Yeah.
There's no way that they have infrastructure to harvest the oil from these nations that their dad is utilizing and also not have radio. I don't
know. Joe Matthews isn't digging deep enough.
I think, again, like you were saying, I think the parents were lying to them.
Oh, for sure.
Their parents were just lying. There's going to be no music or radio, so you better be ready. Every time they saw somebody listen to a radio, they just smashed it before the Hanson came around the corner. They were like, oh, fuck. No, Venezuelans do not.
Yeah, to the point where whenever they're walking around the Caribbean island, people are just hiding their shit.
No, it's like a joint effort between the parents and the people of the island. They're like, the less white people know about our music, the better.
Yeah.
And then the parents are like,
yeah, because right around this time, the third wave of ska happened, and they're like, we can't let them know. Take with us. That's the end of the sentence.
Okay.
But it was very inspirational. It's just great music. All that Chuck Berry, Bobby Darin, Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin, old Beatles. I like how they were specific about old Beatles.
Well, yeah, it's because it's good. The old Beatles is good. When it was just slow punk rock, the Beatles kicked ass.
Before the acid mustaches.
The amount of mustaches definitely correlated with the amount of bad as far as the Beatles are concerned.
These people are the origins for what all music is today. They're the ones who started it all. We love that kind of music. Taylor added, that's the music that inspired us the most. The Hanson brothers ended up listening to that music over and over.
Dude, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but it makes so much sense now, right? Because bop, bop, dibbity dop dop boo bop, dibbity bop bop boo bop,
doo wop.
Right. It makes so much more sense when you think that their original inspiration was wop ba doo dop wop bamboo doo doo. You're like, oh fuck, bop makes so much sense. Yeah. Thank you, Jill Matthews, for really painting this picture. Thank you.
All right, here we go. The Hanson brothers ended up listening to the music over and over. They still know every word to songs like Johnny Be Good, Splish Splash, Rockin' Robin, and Good Golly Miss Molly. Those tapes became not only a crash course in the history of old-time rock and roll, but the foundation for the exact kind of music Hanson would end up doing themselves many years later.
How many? Oh, never mind. How many racially motivated comments do you think were made about the musicians who were making the music they were listening to? Like over under, you think? Like 10, 15 a day?
just from the dad. Because the Hanson brothers, as we all know, it's very established that they were not racist.
And I feel like the mom probably was like really passively racist. Like she was like she like if you ask them, they'd be like, no, she was the sweetest.
Hey,
she was the
she
sweetest.
stayed
lady.
with her husband, didn't she?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was what I'm saying. She was
even if she didn't have a racist bone in her body, that's passively racist.
Co-signed on it all.
Yep.
Co-signed on it all.
Yep. The taped music was reinforced as their parents led family sing-alongs each night. As their dad told a magazine reporter, the boys really started singing when we went overseas. At night, I would get the guitar and play for them for half an hour. That's specific. Just
a half hour?
Yeah, it's as long as you could take it.
A half hour does not seem like a bunch.
I mean, I guess if it's every night, it adds up. But yeah, it seems like
not even like a full hour.
Yeah, well, it was because the racist rage that he had,
Right.
He just couldn't handle doing it anymore for more than a half hour.
God, so I'm having flashbacks of like things from when I was a kid that like my family would say.
Yeah.
That like at the time I really probably didn't think twice about, but like if I heard him saying it now, I'd be like, whoa,
yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I just feel like that happened a lot there.
Oh, for sure. I don't even like I could come up with exact quotes that he almost for surely said, but I could not say them on air.
Absolutely.
Life overseas was not without its challenges, joys, and difficulties. Along with other families from their dad's company, the Hansons lived in a company compound or camp.
This whole thing's just took a weird turn. They lived in a okay, I'm gonna go with compound. I think compound is probably
they had issues with concentration.
No. If anything, they were protecting themselves from the outside, not keeping themselves in.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. They had a very like first world versus third world mentality going on.
Yeah, it's a lot like what's old Mormon dude that has the family down in Mexico?
Mitt Romney?
Yeah, it's a lot like the Romney compound.
The Romney pound, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. No, absolutely. Except instead of Mormonism that they're trying to protect, it's just, money.
Yeah.
They're just trying to
money and Earl.
Yeah. They're like, we need to preserve, they're trying to stop miscegenation, essentially.
Yeah. Okay, or camp as it was called. I didn't finish. We probably should finish the sentence.
They called it a camp, but I'm telling you, it wasn't a camp. It was definitely like high walls, guards.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking barbed wire.
Some camps were practically in the middle of the jungle and utterly lacking in what Americans think of as normal stuff. Aside from no TV or radio, there were also no cars, malls, or sports stores, and the food took a lot of getting used to. So did the bugs, frogs, bats, and rats.
Okay,
of course,
hold on.
There's.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What were you gonna say?
No, it's just like, what fucking picture is this woman painting right now? Because like up until this exact couple of sentences, like we were kind of led to believe that they were pretty privileged.
Yeah. Well, I think that first of all, you can get radio.
Well, for sure, but like these last two sentences, like she's sort of painting a picture like they lived in fucking mud huts and shit.
I think that's just like for her own masturbatory needs.
Okay, you know what? I'll yeah, she had to like buy the fucking bullshit the mom and dad were selling.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm just gonna buy it wholesale, no questions asked.
Like,
they lived in mud huts.
Yeah, they lived hard. They came up hard, young, rough boys.
They were in bamboo houses on stilts and shit in the middle of a jungle.
Which, well, I'm sure that was, you know.
It's not at all what happened. I guarantee it.
No, they leveled a portion of the jungle and
Yeah,
built a suburb, basically.
It's a fucking oil company. It's not like they're fucking mapping out the Amazon. Like, Jesus.
Well, they are.
Well, yeah, for extraction, for mineral extraction, like purely.
All right, one more sentence and then one single word to start a sentence here.
Oh, hell yeah. Here we go.
Of course, there were some cool things too. Like what?
Fuck yeah, Jill. Fuck yeah. She wrote this book for us, dude. For